العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا وقدوتنا ومولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Respected brothers and sisters in Islam, firstly thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala once again. Allah's afforded us the tawfiq and the ability, and Allah's guided us to perform our Maghrib Salah in Jama'ah, alhamdulillah. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says one beautiful hadith that man alif al-masjid alifahu Allah, that whoever loves the house of Allah, in return Allah will love the person. So we make dua that Allah grant the masajid to be beloved to us. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Last week we ended off with the chapter where Imam Suyuti rahimahullah, he speaks about a beautiful ending. In a nutshell, we mentioned all of it we can put under one hadith of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he mentioned that whenever Allah intends good for a person, Allah will grant him the ability and Allah will guide him to do a righteous deed. And then after completing the righteous deed, Allah will take him then away from this dunya. Meaning that now he has ended his life in a good way. He has ended his life beautifully. And that is the greatest sign that the person had a good ending, that the person will be successful by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This evening we come to the last few chapters of the hadith of this works of Imam Suyuti rahimahullah, and he, in a very short chapter, he mentions the chapter regarding the action which will bring a person, or which will speed up the process for a person to enter Jannah after he's passed away. And he brings a hadith of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one hadith of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that man qara'a ayat al-kursi fi dubri kulli salatin لم يكن بينه وبين أن يدخل الجنة إلا أن يموت فإذا مات دخل الجنة. That it says that Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that whoever recites after every salah ayat al-kursi, whoever recites after every salah ayat al-kursi, that person, there's nothing that stands between him and between entering into Jannah illa ayyamut, except that he pass away. So when a person passes away and is in a habit of reciting Ayatul Kursi after Salah, Ayatul Kursi after Salah, and that person then passes away, taken from the narration of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that person then he will enter the Jannah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will allow him to enter Jannah soon after he has passed away, because he was from amongst those who recited Ayatul Kursi after Salah. So it's just again a virtue, a beautiful hadith, encouraging myself and all of you to make it a habit. And whenever we finish our Salah, don't be in a hurry to leave the masjid. This is just one hadith speaking about the merit of Ayatul Kursi. There's so many hadith speaking about the adhkar after every Salah and how much reward Allah has kept in it. So when we have the time, try to make it a point to sit and read Ayatul Kursi, make your adhkar, make dua unto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Imam Suyuti rahimahullah, end of where he speaks about certain of the creation of Allah, certain of those selected servants of Allah, who when they are buried, the earth is haram for the earth to consume them. And he mentioned the hadith of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, famous narration, when Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Akthiru alayya salawat fi yawm al-jumu'ah." That he says, "O my companions, O my ummah, make excessive salawat upon me the day of Jumu'ah. For indeed, فَإِنَّ صَلَاتَكُمْ مَعْرُوضَةٌ عَلَيَّ," because your salawat will be presented to me. It will be presented to me. It will be said that this such and such a person, he sent so much of salawat upon you, Ya Rasulullah. So when the Sahaba heard this, he says, قالوا يا رسول الله وكيف تعرض صلاتنا عليك وقد أرمت. Ya Rasulullah, how is it that our salawat will be presented to you while the earth has consumed your body, while you have decomposed? Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam then responded, فقال إن الله حرم على الأرض أجساد الأنبياء. That Allah says that, O my beloved companions, O my ummah, that Allah has made haram for the earth to take anything from the bodies of the Anbiya. So the Anbiya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, according to this narration, they are preserved in the graves. They are preserved in the graves. It is haram for the worms to touch them. It is haram for the soil to consume their bodies. So the first category of people Imam Suyuti Rahmah mentioned is the Anbiya of Allah. And then he mentions, and he brings the narration of the Shuhada, those who fought in the path of Allah. Some narration mentioned that they will be resurrected on the day of Qiyamah with their wounds still being fresh. With their wounds still being fresh on the day of Qiyamah. Like that they will come from the graves, meaning their bodies are still fresh. And there's many narration and encounters in the history where they've dug up the graves of the Shuhada, even from amongst the Sahaba, even recent as well, where they find that these people who fought in the path of Allah, their bodies are still fresh, their bodies are still like the day they passed away. It is as if there's still life in it. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran over and over. وَلَا تَقُولُوا لِمَنْ يُقْتَلُ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أَمْوَاتٍ. They do not say that those who passed away in the path of Allah, the shuhada, that they are dead. بَلْ أَحْيَاءٌ عِنْدَنَا. They are alive, says Allah. One narration, we provide for them. So the shuhada, they are a category of people a category of slaves who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has preserved their bodies in the ground, in the maqbara, in the graves. In one narration also mentioned another group of people who will be safeguarded in the grave are those who, the shuhada, and also this narration mentioned also the muaddins, those who used to call people to Allah, those who call people to for salah. Then they will have the longest legs on the day of Qiyamah. They will stand out. And not only that, in the graves, also their bodies will be preserved. In the last category mentioned in Suyuti Rahimahullah, he speaks about a narration from Jabir radiallahu anhu that Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, إِذَا مَاتَ حَامِلُ الْقُرْآنِ. When the person who has memorized the Quran, the huffaz who have memorized the Quran, when they pass away, أوحى الله إلى الأرض. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then addresses the earth. Allah says, أَلَّا تَأْكُلِي لَحْمَهُ. That do not eat or consume anything from this Mubarak body of this Hafid of the Quran. فَتَقُولُ الْأَرض. The earth will then respond that, أي يا رب كيف آكل لحمه وكلامك في جوفه. That, Ya Rabb, how can I ever eat and consume the body of a person who your kalam is in his chest, that your kalam is in his heart? Allah preserve our hufad in this dunya and in the akhirah. Ya Allah, may Allah Rasul say, speaking and reminding us that the Quran in your grave, it will be a light for a person, and it will be a protection for the Hafiz of the Quran, that the worms and the ants and the animals in the grave, they won't touch the body of the Hafiz. It will remain in that state. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us tawfiq and understanding, my beloved brothers and sisters in Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of those that ever we ever learned and read through this book of Imam Suyuti rahimahullah, may we try to put into practice. May Allah make us of those, as Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, those who are mindful of death, those who are mindful of the time in this dunya. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the faith and understanding. Wa akhiru da'wan alhamdulillah.